Alright, this is chapter 19, and this talks about the mole. And the cool thing about the mole is that the mole is the key unit in chemistry. And if you notice, this is just part of a mole map. And if you notice, the mole can pretty much get us to anywhere on our particular mole map. And so we are going to start out by doing some basic steps to get us from like grams of an element to moles of an element and some things like that. So let's start off with an example. Okay. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to convert grams to moles. All right. So you're going to need a periodic table for this, probably a calculator, some basic things. So what they gave us in this problem was they gave us 10 grams, specifically 10.0 grams of aluminum. Now, we do our 10.0 grams of aluminum and we make a fraction. Now remember we talked about how we always put what we're trying to get rid of on bottom. And if you look at our mole map, if you go back and you look at your notes, you'll see that this is a one step to go from grams of something to moles of something. There's one path. So moles is going to go right here on top. Okay. And so the key thing is now filling out the numbers. For right now, you're always going to put a 1 with the mole. And grams, so what goes down here, as far as grams, this is going to be the mass from your periodic table. Now there are those numbers that have decimals that we haven't used yet. That's what we're going to use. So you look at your periodic table, we look up aluminum. Aluminum is 26.982. Okay. All right, and use the whole thing. Now, we've done these types of problems before. Remember that if it's on bottom here, all you do is take these two and you divide them out. So I'm just going to take my handy dandy calculator and I'm going to go 10 divided by 26.982. And so what I'm left over with is calculator answer of 0.370617 and some more numbers after that. And before I label it, I need to do sig figs. Remember that we go back to our given for the sig figs. The given has 3, so our answer can have 3. So 1, 2, 3, like next door it's a 6. So in this case, the correct answer should be 0.371. And this is, we converted these to moles of aluminum. And we know it's moles because of course that's what we're trying to get, but also look at our original problem. The grams canceled out because you have one on top, one on bottom. Okay. Alright, let's look at another one. Let's go the opposite way. So in this case, we're going from grams to moles. So we're going the opposite way. I'm sorry, I think I said that backwards. Moles to grams. It's easy to, get it all confused, right? 2.5 moles. And in this case, we have chlorine, Cl. Now, draw my line. We're going to put the moles on bottom. We are going to put the grams on top. And again, we have to go and look at our periodic table for the numbers. But we know that the 1 always goes with the mole. But we go to our periodic table and we look up chlorine. Chlorine is 35.453. So given that value, we take 2.5 in our calculator. And now look, they're both on top, so that's a multiplication problem. Times 35.453 you get a calculator answer of like 88.6325. But of course, we have to do sig figs, so we go back to the original problem. This original problem has 2, so you're only allowed 2 in your answer. So I keep 1, 2, look next door to 6, so round up. So the actual answer is 89, and we're going to label it grams of chlorine. Okay, so there's just some practice going from moles to grams and grams to moles, and that's where we're going to stop right now. Let you practice that, and then we'll go on to the next piece of the problems.